Welcome, my name is Colleen Tauke and I'm the sewing specialist here at Fons & Porter. In this Quilting Quickly tutorial, I'm going to show you how to put together the table topper called Americana. If you'd like to purchase this pattern, you can visit our website. We're going to be working with 2.5-inch pre-cut strips, and we're using a wonderful collection of patriotics here. You can see red, we've got a white prints, we've got navies, and even some light blue to offset, not to have all the same density of blue in this project. And if you look at the project behind me, you can kind of see that there are 4 blocks within this table topper, and I've got one isolated here on the sewing center so that you can see this is the block that we're going to construct. It's all made out of 2.5-inch strips, and we're going to do the fastest process by making strip sets to accomplish this block. So I'm going to take the strip sets out of here, and we'll slide this over so we know where we're headed. And what you're going to want to do then is go through those 2.5-inch strips, and you're going to coordinate to make strip sets. Now there are a total of 4 strip sets that you want to put together for this. 3 of them are used to make the block. So strip set 1, you can see on the outer edge of the block here, if you go up and down, there are light blue, then red, then navy in the center. So create that strip set. Make sure that you press your seam allowances nice and neat, trying to keep that press as you go. Add 2 together, press, add the 3rd, keep pressing. Don't try to press everything after you've constructed the entire strip set. You can kind of get a wave to your set, and you want it to be nice and straight and consistent. Then we're going to create strip set number 2, which is the vertical row 2 and 4 out of this is red, then the navy, and a light. And then we'll need to create a strip set that's for the very center of the block. So it has the navy, a light, a red in the center. And we'll be cutting twice as many, of course, of the outer 2 strips than the center because of the placement. It creates this kind of a crosshatch or a square effect. But we can cut, once we have all of our strip sets constructed, we can work on cutting, and you would want to cut, since you need the same number of segments off of the first 2 strip sets, we'll just work on those 2 to start. And in order to cut down through, and if you want to be really efficient with your time, you can layer your strip sets one over the other and just offset them by a bit so that you can tell that they're parallel along the one edge. Now this one's nice and squared up because I was cutting pieces to make some of your sample here. But if it's not straight, you'll want to go in and clean up that edge and make sure that it's nice and square and at a right angle. So we can do that simply by overcutting the first piece. I'll move my mat over just a bit here so I can get to the 2.5-inch mark, and I'm going to overcut just a little bit. I will line up some of the hash marks on my ruler with the seam line and double check down here that they're staying parallel so that I make a nice clean cut across. Now I need a 2.5-inch strip. So I'm overcutting it, it's almost 3 there. I'm going to flip this segment around. When they're sitting on top of each other like that, when you cut through them, they kind of they mate together so that it doesn't shift. And now I'm going to come in and cut a 2.5-inch piece. And then I can continue down my strip set in that manner in order to cut the pieces that you need. Follow your directions for the number of strip sets and pieces that are segments that you need to create the 4 blocks in this little topper. You would do the same thing with the strip set for the center, cutting not quite as many. You only need 4 of those. And if you look at the diagrams in your pattern, you'll also see then that there is kind of an illusion. It looks like the block should be bigger. The block is bigger, but it's created by adding sashing that's in segments similar to those that you made for your block. So those come off of strip set 4. They have light on the outside and red in the center. So again, follow the instructions for the number of those segments that you need to cut. And you'll see that that then kind of extends. If you look at that red block in the project, you'll see how that extends that red into almost a square on point. And then you'll fill in with cornerstones of the navy blue. And you can see here we have a quarter of the little table topper all ready to go. into rows we would create, and then join the rows and have Americana. If you'd like to see more of our videos, please visit our website. Thanks for joining me today.